Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. We had a recent Yellow Coin LR, and I am quite pleased with the results. I think LRTN is very good. I have really liked what I've seen from him. I think he's a very, very, very strong unit. Honestly, when they're dropping like Yellow Coin LRs and stuff like that, who are typically kind of like, the in-between major celebration characters, I think TN is a good, like, minimum of how strong they could be. I like LR PyCon, but, I mean, in hindsight, there's a major issue with LR PyCon, who we could transition into talking about. He is number 15 here. I'm dropping PyCon down a little bit. We'll review what my last tier list was towards the end here. I'm dropping PyCon down a bit. PyCon is good. I like what they did with him in many ways, but here's what I don't like. So he's dodge and base. To me, that's fine. But then you transform, and then he still needs to dodge. I've seen PyCon take some damage in his transform state, which does bother me a little bit. I think they should have made him a little bit stronger defensively without dodge in his transform state. I also think they probably should have left his support in his transform state as well. PyCon is good. But, I mean, they did give us a character who does rely on dodge quite a bit in a meta where dodge is, like, such a... Like, there's just so much dodge canceling around. Now, keep in mind with this tier list, too, this is us going into the Global Dokkan celebration. Typically, this time period is Tanabata, and Tanabata usually begins to introduce characters who compete with the Anniversary Dokkan Fest characters, and we're usually getting new, very challenging, difficult content. The last 2 years in a row we have. 2 years ago was the Omega Shenron fight. Last year was the Goku and Frieza fight, and the Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta fight. So we could expect the, meta to change quite a bit. Even though it's, now the Worldwide Download Celebration rather than the Tanabata, which they're, kind of like swapping around. I expect we'll have major changes to how the game is going to look, in, 3 weeks or something like that. But PyCon right here seems good. Next, we can go ahead and grab Namek Goku. I kind of wanted to get Namek Goku a little bit higher. We could kind of like talk overall. At spots 15 to like 8, I'm sorry, but you can make compelling arguments for a lot of these characters to be arranged in a lot of different orders, right? I'm pretty favorable on Namek Goku. Remember, I mean, people will get trapped about, things I said the first week of February or something like that, but once the meta kind of settles or we get these long fights, we're more accurately able to see, like, how good the character is in the scope of, like, all the characters around and stuff like that, right? Namek Goku is built for these very long fights. He sucks in battle hard on formidable foes, but he's very effective everywhere else, right? Red zone stages he could be good in. I could probably move, I could move Namek Goku up, man. I was thinking about it. Next, I have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I did have him one spot above Namek Goku. Nah, I'm gonna do this. Hang on. I'm gonna do this. The reasoning there is just like, okay, so like Gohan is a lot better in battle hard and formidable foes, but Namek Goku's, a festival battle option where Gohan is not. And, I mean, I know a lot of people, again, don't like festival battles, like they get very sensitive and salty when it's even mentioned, but it does exist. And Namek Goku is a great option in there, and Gohan just flatly is not. Right, so I think I should at least get Namek Goku above. The character who's next is Gotenks. I don't want to put Namek Goku above Gotenks. No, I don't. I want to keep Gotenks right there. We could though. Again, these spots like 7-ish to like, 20-ish, something like that, you can rearrange quite a bit, and again, as I said, make compelling arguments for a lot of these characters. So we can kind of get Tech Gotenks in here. Very good for battle hard and formidable foes. He's a pretty good, extra option on some of these fusion teams, stuff like that. His Rainbow Orb changing can massively help the 10th and 7th anniversary LRs. Remember, that's a huge thing. The 10th and 7th anniversary LRs helping them out, with key in any way you can is a great asset to them, or protecting them in slot 1, before like they're able to kind of like swap or transform or whatever. It's a good thing that Tech Broly and Beast Gohan are both able to do. I like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I don't think that there's really a ton to say. Pretty tanky, like slot 2 or 3 character that could be a Rainbow Orb changer. Fits well on these fusion teams. Is a pretty good character. Then obviously Namek Goku is a long event stacker. Next we get Tech Broly, and I want to get Beast Gohan right here. There's been a lot of discussion about Tech Broly. The community turned on Tech Broly quite heavily. I mean, I get it, because Tech Broly doesn't really have like how would I say it? A great setup right now. Where I can't find Tech Broly. Here he is right here. Matter of fact, why don't I just do this? Tech Broly, I mean, if we look at here, let me pull it up. So we can kind of see the teams that we could run him on right here. He can be run on the fusion teams, but remember, with the new structure of the leader skills, we're talking about not a 220% that he's on, but just simply a 170% that he's on. Just simply, like, I think a better, like, leader skilled team, it could certainly help Broly feel a little bit better, but I do not see a Grand Canyon size gap between Broly and Beast Gohan. I just don't. A lot of people are talking about this. I'm sorry, I disagree. Now, Beast has literally always been better than Tech Broly. That's always been obvious. I remember back in the day, back in the day, 9 months ago, when people tried to say Tech Broly was better than Beast, which was never the case. And it's this very simple reason why, the active skill. As I've said since day one of Beast and Broly existing, Beast Gohan's active skill is the difference between them in a major way, right? Both Beast and Broly can be caught, though, after their initial turns wear off. But both of them can also serve the same role, which is just defending in slot 1 for the 7th and 10th anniversary fusions before they're ready to go. I think that Broly is a fine character. I mean, he's not what he was, which was, a top 1, 2, 3 contender in the game when he first came out. He's not a Festival Battles option. Neither is Beast Gohan. This is another reason why I would be interested if you really wanted to talk Namek Goku up, like way up here. I would definitely be willing to listen to that. Again, I think even as we continue moving up, here's Goku and Frieza. You can really rearrange these characters in a lot of different ways. There is so many different strengths and weaknesses coming in from all these units, right? Like, that's the thing about where Dokkan is at with how they've designed a lot of these characters. It is very easy for, someone on Dokkan Twitter who, let's just say they don't like, I don't know, how about Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who I see, rage posts about this guy literally every single day. I don't think I've ever seen more talk about a unit who is just, at this point, just kind of, pretty, mid is the word. He's not elite, but he's not bad either. He's just kind of just what he is. He's just a solid character. We see so much discussion for him. The great characters and the bad characters, of course, there's a lot of discussion about. But this guy, it's very easy with any one of these units. If you truly hate them, you could just easily farm a situation for them to look terrible and then be like, look, they're so bad. Basically, any of these characters. None of them are perfect, right? Take Namek Goku in a battle hard and formidable foes. He can get turned upside down in 2 seconds. Beast and Tech Broly, go into one of these red zone fights on turn 10 or 11, and they could both be folded like origami, right? Like Goku and Frieza can get fucking... Frieza sucks ass. I've seen talk lately of, Frieza's not actually even that bad. No, he fucking sucks, actually, okay? He sucks donkey dick. But Goku is quite good. Goku is really good. And I really, really love this active skill, man. This shit is so good. That's why, these days, I really don't even care that Frieza's active skill hits, wet paper, a completely worthless and pointless active skill, because we just use Frieza's handout instead. Remember, this character, people talk about Frieza and Battle Hard and Formidable Foes. Not for me, especially since these days when I'm doing these stages, I just run the Cell Max stage. Frieza's there on turn 3, he's dead if Cell Max supers, right? No way. I think that Goku, he is so good that, moving Frieza up above some of these characters like Beast and Tech Broly and stuff like that does feel right. I just simply value the red zones more than I do Battle Hard and Formidable Foes. I think Battle Hard matters as well, which is definitely why Beast and Tech Broly and Goten, I mean, these three are really elite options for Battle Hardened, but I think red zone is more important, right? That's why, like, we could... I mean, you know what's funny? I do have a voice telling me, like, yeah, get Namek Goku up. Like, I could potentially move him even to 10, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. All right, so we have all these characters. Next up, we get Kale Caulifla. Some of the LRs that have released recently over like the last month, I'm pretty favorable to. I do like LR Kale Caulifla. Unfortunately, they do have a lot of dodge built in. Dodge canceling is good. You guys know I've been saying this. You know, in 2023, dodge is OP, dodge is OP. 2024, dodge is OP for most of it. But I was saying they need to get it in check. I said many times, you could fact check me on this going back years of, I do think them adding in more dodge canceling or keeping dodge in check is a good idea because dodge is just so ridiculously powerful. Dodge is supremely good. But this year they did they did put it in check, right? With the dodge canceling fights everywhere. So that's why, like, it has annoyed me that it's like dodge canceling everywhere. And then they're like, you know, LR Pycon, dodge unit, hit, dodge unit, Blue Falcon Goku, dodge unit, LR Kale Caulifla, dodge unit, LRTN, half of a dodge unit. Like, they're just spamming dodge characters while dodge just does not work the way it used to, which I think, again, is pretty frustrating. But Caulifla, I think this unit will probably age well, because Caulifla will always guarantee dodge that first attack. That's gonna play pretty good, where Caulifla will never be able to get tagged right away. I do like that. I think Kale is pretty tanky. You know, she is gonna have the damage reduction, gonna be able to do a lot of damage, a lot of these super attacks. It's in order for Caulifla's active skill to be more of like a real option, we would need Universe 6 allies to be very strong. I mean, you know, using it on a team with like Hit and Tech Kefla and stuff like that certainly does work good. But I like this Kale Caulifla. This is a character that can be effective in basically all content. I mean, even in Festival, they can be pretty solid, going pretty deep into Festival, believe it or not. I mean, I'm not saying that like, oh, let's quickly definitely run them, but like they could even do a little bit in there, right? All right, so there's Kale Caulifla. Next, we can go ahead and grab Great Ape Vegeta. I think definitely a really great EZA. Now, I think Great Ape Vegeta, he's got some similarities to Beast and Tech Broly. So for a lot of the, like, their run since, you know, Great Ape Vegeta has been out, I've had him close to Beast and Broly. But, I mean, there is a big difference between Great Ape Vegeta and Beast and Tech Broly. And that's that Great Ape Vegeta does not have the time. Like Beast and Tech Broly are always working against that clock. Great Ape Vegeta's not, right? Like, he's able to maintain the whole way through. I mean, he's a pretty obvious, strong defensive character. He's got the Team Protector mechanic. I don't feel like I really see that too often. But just like a strong defensive character, a strong character, I found it pretty easy to run Great Ape Vegeta on these fusion teams. Never really has felt like some, you know, huge problem trying to run Great Ape Vegeta. He's a strong character. I like Great Ape Vegeta quite a bit. I think they did a good job with him, for sure. Good EZA. All right, let's move on to the next character here. So here's where LRTN comes in. Again, I think LRTN is fantastic, man. I've really been impressed. LRTN, like all the characters on this list so far, I mean, if you really wanted to hate on him, we could farm up turns. I've seen him take some damage in slot 2, mainly. But Tien is just very good. I feel like I never talk about the fact that he does do this, too. 2-turn defensive support, certainly pretty strong. He's very tanky in slot 1. He can have a tremendously powerful God turn where you can use his active skill in slot 2, trigger this ability right here. No, excuse me. You could trigger this ability right here when using his active skill in slot 2, and then you can put him in slot 1 and be able to get all of this as well, which is a very, 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 very strong God turn. Tons of damage reduction, and he's got dodge. Like, he's just doing a lot. He's got the Ki Blast nullification. Really strong character, right? Like, this is good. Like, Tao and Tien, I mean, you know, people get very sensitive, but, like, they are very bottom of the barrel hype characters. It's just, it is what it is, man. But Dokkan understood the assignment with both of them. When you're going to drop a character like Tien and Tao, you need to make them exactly like they made them. So, they're great, right? Like, they're really good. I don't know if I really need to talk much more about Tien. He just barely has weaknesses. The only time, I mean, you could see him take some damage if you, like, have him in, you know, slot 1 or slot 2 a couple of turns in a row to where, like, he wouldn't have one of these for, like, the first hit coming in, where he would, you know, still have this anyway. But, like, it's pretty rare to see this Tien take a lot of damage. He's able to do a lot of damage, just works very effectively. Just a real big fan of this Tien. I think he's great. I don't know that I really need to spend any time talking about the top, honestly. It is what it is. Like, it's these characters, right? Like, they are, I mean, I've started calling them, the Untouchable top 5, because that's what they are. Now, you know, untouchable, but I do think we're about to get a character coming in, who would be able to compete with them. Now, I don't know how much so, but I would imagine, like, like the, global Dokkan celebration characters very likely are at least going to be like the 7th anniversary LRs level. I would think so. All right, let's get rid of these. Let's talk about this right here. So this is what we would do. Again, we know what Super Saiyan 4 Goku is capable of doing with all his crazy support. He's good everywhere. The dodge is effective in battle-hardened formidable foes. He's stacking for the red zones. The Golden Great Ape can be a team protector mechanic. He stacks so much that he's a crazy elite option in the Festival of Battles. Same thing with the gods, right? They have their ridiculous damage reduction turn 1. They're orb changing. They could have great dodge, which could be useful in Festival Battles, as well as Battle Hardened Formidable Foes. And then, of course, the stacking for the red zones in Festival. 10th Anniversary Vegeta is really good. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Remember, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not equivalent to the gods, because the gods have nothing like this. The gods cannot match Gogeta doing this. Unlike 2022. Back then, this was a dodge. Remember, this was just a dodge back then. So, like, it did not work against Broly. Broly would toss that up. You couldn't counter it. You were fucked. Nowadays, this is a nullification, right? So, bosses can't stop Gogeta from doing this. Whereas the gods are just a dodge character, right? So, I mean, a boss could just say that defensive mechanic you're not using, right? Whereas Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta says, fuck you, right? He's just crazy. This is so broken. This ability is so broken. It's so crazy. What a ridiculous character. But, I mean, there's a god of the game for a reason. Like, it's... A lot of people have been upset, oh my god, he's too strong, oh my god, like, you know, his damage is too high, we're gonna get to the limit that the game would handle, and blah, 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 blah. Whatever, man. I mean, this is what Anniversary Dokkan Fest do. Like, this, a lot of these same discussions we had last year of, is Beast Gohan too strong? Now it's, is Tech Vegeta too strong? I mean, guess what? Anniversary characters in Dokkan, this is what these boys do. This is my last tier list, so Vegeta kind of falls off there. I did drop Pikkon down a bit. I did move Goku and Frieza up a bit. I did drop Beast and Tech Broly down a bit. Just kind of trying to sort this out. This year's been... But my thoughts on characters have been yo-yoing a little bit more this year, I think, than previous. I would, I think, put the culprit on the leader skills, right? We have moved into a new leader skill meta for the first time since 2022, right? Where, you know, since then it's just 200% leader skills. Now it's these 220s, but remember, there's the big thing here, right? Where you're on the 220, you get the 220%, but if you're not, it drops all the way down to a 170%. So there is real, like, negative repercussions to not running a character on the full 220%, compared to previously it was either a 200 or 170, right? But now, I mean, it's still the 170, but it's a 50% difference. So yeah, I feel good about this. I think people will probably be crying about Tech Broly, but he is not that bad. Shut up. No, I'm not entertaining that nonsense. I mean, I could even do a Tech Broly. Maybe we should just do a Tech Broly video. Dude, Tech Broly is not that bad. Like, dude, the way the timeline talks about him, like, he just fucking sucks. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from? The only thing looking at this, I feel like we could just get Namek Goku up even higher, man. Like, I feel like Namek Goku could go up. I'm sorry, but Festival Battles does matter. No matter what the kids say. It does. It really does. So, Namek Goku being an elite option in there, I mean, that does help. He's pretty good in the red zones. My brain is telling me get Namek Goku up. I'm going to leave it like this for now. But, I mean, we'll see what the Global Dokkan Celebration content looks like. Don't be shocked if that boy Namek Goku is moving up. I'm just saying. Yeah. So we will end on this here. Let's get like a nice... I do got to lower it quite a bit, right? Yeah, do the zoom. Yeah, because when I'm doing 15 right here... Honestly, looking at this, I mean, I could just do a top 10 with LRs right now. Like, we could lose off that last 5. Although it probably would feel weird not having Namek Goku there represented at all. But, yeah, whatever. Alright, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys next time.